Hello and welcome to the Vetter discussion. My name is Ryan, and today we're going to be talking about how to find, or what the secret is, rather, to finding the next 2x, 10x, 100x, and more. What to actually look for in these projects. We're going to talk a little bit about VOL, KSP, and of course, paper trading. But again, the whole purpose of today's call is all about what are the secrets, the secret little cues, the secret little breadcrumbs, so to speak, that you can find as you're looking at projects that could indicate whether they're going to be a massive failure or a massive success. My name is Ryan. This is the Vetter discussion call. We host this call 2 days a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I am so glad that you are here today. Now, this is an interactive call, so be sure to participate. You can raise your hand and I'll unmute you if you have any questions or comments, or drop your questions or comments in the comment section. I'll be glad to answer them there as well. Now, today, if you're brand new to what's going on here, you're watching this for the first time and you don't actually know what Vetter is, you don't actually hold the Vetter token, that's okay. I invite you to visit vetter.ai, where you can learn all about what we are, what we're doing, and why we're having such an impact in the crypto space. Now, whether you're brand spanking new or you're a veteran in our community, today I'm going to show you how to best utilize, hands down, the best research tool in the crypto space. Okay, before we jump into that, let me tell you a little bit about myself. Again, my name is Ryan. My wife and I, we live in Oklahoma, and I've been fortunate and grateful to be a part of the Vetter community since early October. So go ahead and drop in the comment section how long you've been part of the Vetter community. I'm always curious to know, do we have some OGs in the house? Do we have some brand new community members? I'm always curious to know. So one of the things that I personally love most about the Vetter platform is the crowdsourced intelligence model, CI. Okay, you've probably heard of AI, which is artificial intelligence. But what we've done here is combine artificial intelligence with crowdsourced intelligence, CI. And crowdsourced intelligence for me is literally the ability to connect and network and work with people from all over the world and build relationships with them, build friendships with them. But the whole idea is to share insights and ideas and, hey, this is what I'm looking at. Can you take a look at this? This is what I found. This is what I've discovered. And if you've ever plugged into our Telegram group, you know exactly what I'm talking about, where people are talking about red flags they're finding in projects. People are talking about hidden gems that they found. People are talking about successful launches that are going on. That is the beauty of crowdsourced intelligence. People working together and everyone winning. Now, Vetter Platform is a research tool. Okay, Vetter Platform supports you in finding crypto projects that have the potential to have massive gains. And to best utilize a crypto project, or to best utilize a Vetter Platform, that's what we're going to talk about today. Some tips and tricks, some things to look for, some things to watch out for. Now, someone asked me one time, Ryan, can you please show me the next 2x? Ryan, where's the next 10x? And I laughed because, this is not a crystal ball. It's a research tool. Okay, it's not a crystal ball. It's a research tool. It supports you in finding those next projects. Okay, and we're going to show you how best to utilize the tool to help you get the results that you want to get. Now, last week, we talked about how to familiarize yourself with the Vetter platform, and that was a great call. So if you're brand new, I invite you to check out our Vetter University and take a look at that video, and that will help you be onboarded onto the platform. The one thing I will mention, and I want to note, is anything I share today it's not financial advice. Okay, I'm not a financial advisor. Anything I'm saying today is just it's not financial advice. So please don't take it that way. Okay, I'm literally showing you how to utilize a research tool and maybe dropping some gold nuggets as far as mindset goes, and dropping some ideas and concepts for you to try on. But none of this is financial advice. Just want to do a quick shout out to Hellstrom. He was the Scout of the Week last week. And if you're like I said, if you're new to this platform, we have different members of the community who provide projects to the calendar, to our CrowdX calendar. And Hellstrom was a Scout of the Week last week. He's been having some great projects. And I tell you what, we have some absolutely fantastic scouts in our community, and we're actually getting ready to launch a fantastic reward system that really encourages the scouts to continue posting great projects, but definitely compensates them for the awesome contributions that they make. So if you are a scout, be sure to stay plugged in and follow the announcements. And if you're not a scout and you want to be, now's a great time to hop in, roll up your sleeves, and learn. Like I said, it's a win-win. Scouts win by posting great projects. Community wins by seeing those projects. And there's just a lot of winning going on in the vetter community. Now, just a couple of numbers from last week, some stats. Top reported gain for last week was 300%, which is a 4x. And we had 6 projects doing over 150% gain in the first 24 hours. And some of these projects actually took off even more within the 7-day time frame. But we had 5 different reported gains. Top gains were a 4x, 4x, 2x, 2x, and another 2x. So the topic for today's conversation is the hidden secrets for massive gains. Okay, the hidden secrets for massive gains. Okay, Catherine asked a question, does it cost a vetter to post a project? No, Catherine, it does not cost vetter to post a project. You actually get paid vetter to post a project. Now, there is a slight bit of gas for that transaction, okay? But, to my point a minute ago, if you're looking to scout projects, you actually get paid vetter every time you scout a project and you bring a project to the calendar. And as your rank increases, by submitting profitable projects, you actually get paid more vetter. And we'll briefly go into that in just a moment. So again, today's topic is going to be the hidden secrets for massive gains. Okay. And when I say that, what we're talking about here is on the vetter platform. And so this is the vetter board. Okay, the vetter board. And this is basically the dashboard. Okay, this is the 10,000 foot view of the space that we have here. And, right here, you're going to see the calendar. This is our CrowdX calendar. This is where we're going to take a deep dive into here in a moment. But just a minute ago, the question came up, are you able to get paid for for scouting projects and submitting projects to the calendar? And the answer is absolutely yes. Let me switch wallets real quick. There we go. And so right here, when you click Scout Rank, you'll be able to see the different positions, ranks as a scout. And you can see right here, as a yellow scout, when you submit a project to the CrowdX calendar, you are able to receive 250 vetter. Okay, so when you post a project to the calendar, you receive 250 vetter. When you're beige, you receive 750 vetter. When you're green, 750 vetter. And when you're purple, 2,250 vetter. Okay, and so yes, hopefully I answered that question. Hopefully I didn't answer that confusingly. So yes, the question was, does it cost vetter to post a project? The answer is no. It's a small amount of B&B for gas. However, you get paid vetter to post on the calendar. So I want to make sure that I answered that and I didn't misspeak there. So like I said, last week we covered how to navigate the dashboard here. We covered how to navigate the tracker page, which is the profile page, and you can see the stats here. And we also started looking into the calendar, and we started looking into the CrowdX calendar, and we started looking at some projects last week. And we're going to do the same thing today. We're going to go over some projects together, and you can have your opportunity to bring up a project and we can look at it together. You can even unmute and we can talk about it together. But what I want to do is I want us all to share some ideas on what are some things that you look for whenever you are looking for a project to get into. Okay, so whether you are looking to take part in the pre-sale or the launch, or if you're scouting a project. And basically what we're talking about is criteria. Okay, what is the criteria that you personally are looking for as you are looking at projects? Okay, some criteria could simply be as simple as, I only want to look at Ethereum projects. Okay, you're an Ethereum investor, that's all you want to do, And so that's a criteria. And so when you have specific criteria in place, it basically acts as your own personal filter to filter in different projects and or filter out different projects, depending on how you want to look at that. Okay, so Ethereum, and let's say that we want to do utility only. Okay, or let's say we just want to do gaming for Ethereum. Okay, so see how every time we add a new filter, new criteria, it limits what we're seeing here. Okay, so before there was a bunch of projects, now we've limited down to Ethereum gaming projects, and these are the ones that are coming up. Okay, so go ahead in the comment section, go ahead and start dropping ideas around criteria. Okay, it can be network related. Okay, it can be category related. It could be rank related, meaning you may only want to look at projects that are posted exclusively by purple scouts. Okay, so that's one way that you could have some criteria. Okay, another way is you could search purple scouts, but you could also search right here and say, I only want to look at projects that have been vetted. Okay, so a scout will, step number one, a scout will add the project to the calendar. Okay, then a vetter will come along, could be the same person. A vetter will come along and they're going to do a deeper dive on the project. They're going to get into the weeds. Okay, they're going to turn over every stone. They're going to look in every little nook and cranny to find all the details they possibly could. Okay, and so what that looks like is, let's just look at this one right here. Okay, Paris Day. Okay, so when a scout adds a project, they're adding some basic information. Okay, they could be adding the hard cap and soft cap. They can be adding the project name, the Telegram address, okay, the network that it's on, the type, okay, category, utility, the website. They're going to add some positives, things they like about it. They're going to add some red flags, things that they don't like about it. Okay, they're going to add where they found it. They're going to have some comments and some notes. Then when we go over to the vetting, you're going to see there's going to be a lot more information. Okay, so all this right here is the same. And we scroll down and there's going to be a lot more information. So now we're talking about the Telegram. You know, how many members are in Telegram? Is it vibrant? Okay, is the team doxed? KYC, does it have an audit? Have there been AMAs? Have there been negative comments and were they addressed? Okay, is there a whitelist? Again, soft cap, min and max, Telegram notes. Okay, so what are the things that they're finding in Telegram? What are the things that they're finding about the team? Notes for the AMAs. Okay, a short summary. This is a short summary that the vetter has provided. Okay, and then contract study right here. He has listed that the white paper is currently being updated. So you see the difference between a scout and the basic information, and then a vetter is sharing a lot more detailed information. Okay, so we talked about the idea of, okay, Binance could be a filter, could be some kind of criteria that you're looking for. Okay, utility could be one. Okay, gaming tokens. Okay, some things from Green Scouts. Okay, utility, reward tokens. Okay, these are different criteria. Okay, let's take it a step further. And so those are ways where we can actually sort for projects. Now let's talk about a step further of like, okay, what does a project get to have? Okay, what does a project get to have in order for you to even take a look at it, or for you to be an investor, take part of in the pre-sale or the launch? Okay. Justin says, I'm currently looking for strong utility projects to hold longer term as the market is down, since I find utility projects tend to trend upward over many months as utility is used. So currently there is some bargain prices on strong utilities. That's great. Thanks for sharing that, Justin. So when we're looking at a project, some of the criteria that we could use would be, well, what if I only get in projects that have over 10,000 Telegram members? Legit 10,000, not a vanity number, but actual legit 10,000. Okay. What if I only look at projects that do AMAs? Okay. I only look at projects where the team is doxed. I only look at projects that have over 20 pinned messages. I only look at projects where, again, the team is doxed, but they're doxed with like names and socials and bios and experience background. And you can tell how old they are. You can tell, and they share how many previous projects they've worked on and what their prior experience is in their respected field. These are all little nuggets that you can take. You may have heard the term success leaves clues. Okay, so let's go back to this. How do you determine what criteria actually pays? Okay, so we first talked a little bit about filters as being some criteria. You only want to look at Ethereum, you only want to look at Binance, you only want to look at gaming, you only want to look at utility. That's one way. But now once you've gotten into those projects, now what criteria have you found that actually makes a difference? Okay, so we've talked about this before. We talked about VOL, which stands for volume of launches. You do a volume of launches to understand your KSP, which is knowledge of system performance. Okay, and you can do this all free without risking any of your money, called paper trading. It's a beautiful thing. What this allows you to do is it allows you to actually see, again, success leaves clues. So during your volume of launches, during your paper trading, you may realize that projects that have 10,000 real members, that do multiple AMAs, where the team is doxed, and maybe they have a Certec audit. Okay, these are certain criteria, certain check boxes, if you will, that after enough of these little breadcrumbs that you've been picking up at each launch, learning a little bit, documenting the process, you start realizing that a pattern could emerge, that the criteria that you personally look for, the checklist that you personally have, that you realize if there's a project that checks all your boxes, that it may have a 60% success rate. Okay, it may have a 60% success rate. And you may think right away, well, that's not very good. Well, it depends on how big the gains are. If the smallest gain is a 3x and you got a 60% success rate, you're in profit. I mean, even if the gains are 2x and you got a 60% success rate, you're in profit. Okay. You learn this stuff by documenting, keeping track, taking it seriously, and paying attention to what's going on. Okay. I know there's people on the call now who they don't even look at projects. Okay. So forget about even investing. They don't even look at projects unless the team is doxed. That's their criteria. That helps them filter out all the noise in the crypto space. So look at all the noise. Look at all the distractions. Okay. Someone could say, look at all the opportunity. Hey, that's great. There's plenty of opportunity. 100% opportunity everywhere. What I'm encouraging you to do is find your space. Okay. If you can come to the calendar and this doesn't overwhelm you and you're able to look and process every one of these projects and get in them and keep it all together and all on top, fantastic. More power to you. If you've got other responsibilities in life and when you come to the calendar and it makes your eyes cross and you're like, oh my goodness, what is all this stuff? Hey, I'm talking to you for a minute. You can utilize these different filters up at the top, but your own personal filters to search through and process and sift and sort to find the projects that best fit you and your needs. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to raise your hand or drop it in the comment section. So go ahead and drop in the comment section. Let's just throw out some ideas. Okay, so we talked about the filters at the top, about different filters. Now let's talk about some criteria. What are some criteria that you personally look for? Whether it be this season of life, as in the crypto space, or your chapter of life. So Justin, he looks for hype. Okay, so being able to go to the Telegram, seeing if people are excited about it, there's hype around. Okay, we got. Let me see if I can pronounce his name right. Is it Josiane or Josiane? Correct me if that's wrong. I apologize. But she says team is doxed. Aaron's looking for authentic Telegram group. Crypto Dread is looking for not botted. Team experience, absolutely. So these are all things. Transparency with the developers. Okay, so these are all things that you basically have your checklist. Okay, and if these are the things you're looking for, this is what makes you comfortable. And this is what you know from doing paper trading and volume of trading. You understand that like these are the things that you look for personally that makes you sleep good at night, makes you not worry whenever you're getting into launches. You document this and you recognize over a volume of launches, how does it pay out? How does it actually pay out? Okay, you may find that maybe let's say that the Telegram is rude. Okay, let's say the Telegram is rude. Does rudeness and Telegram determine profitability in a project? Maybe not. Okay, there's a quote or saying, your vibe attracts your tribe. And so, maybe they're going to attract a lot of rude people to the launch. What I'm getting at is some of these things we don't know. We don't know if it actually is going to make a difference financially or not. And so when you track it, you can actually see if these things move the needle and make a difference. Justin says has to be doxed, excellent website, strong white paper, high Telegram group, high quality audit, track record. Those are fantastic. That was one of the things I was going to say. So like low hanging fruit. Okay. One of the things that Justin has also said before, he says, treat every project like it's a scam, and like it's a scam until proven otherwise. Okay. So when I roll up and the first thing I look at is a team's website, and it looks like I could literally get a template of that. I could go to lead pages or ClickFunnels, or get a WordPress plugin and template, and I can make a website, duplicate it that day. That's just a big issue for me. And that shows me that the team hasn't done much to do it. It's just something that like catches my attention. Okay. Now the fact is that may or may not actually determine the profitability of a launch. But if I documented that stuff day in, day out, and I saw, well, hey, actually 50% of the time, it doesn't really matter. Okay, well, 50-50. Or if there was a quality website with fantastic branding and everything was congruent with the white paper and the images and the graphics and the color scheme was all great. And I start finding these projects and like all of a sudden 7 out of 10 do well. That's something that would be like, hey, that's going to be part of my checklist. That's going to be part of my criteria. That's a little hidden gem that I can see right away that some time, energy, and effort was put into this project. They spent a little bit of money on the upfront, okay, to put up a good website so they can have a great thing to show potential investors. That catches my attention. Okay, does that make sense? Go ahead and give me a thumbs up in the comments if that makes sense. All right, perfect, making sense. All right, does anybody have any questions on that before we start diving into this and talking about some of these criteria? some of these little nuggets to look for, some of these little secrets that after a series, a volume of launches, you'll be able to put together and say, hey, you know what? This is what I look for. This is what I found that works out well. Okay. Yeah. So one of the things that Justin said, this is one of the things I've noticed as well. He asks, one of the things he asks when he first hops in Telegram, asks, admin or dev teams, is a project a company with a token or just a token? And there's a very big difference. There's a very big difference between those, whether the project is just a token or is it an actual company. Different structure, different intentionality, different vision. If it's a real company, these guys are hustling, these gals are hustling. If it's just a project, they're just gonna be moving from one pump to the next. Okay, so that's something to consider, something to look at. Okay. So yeah, we'll go ahead and look at a Telegram. So the question is, how to determine if it's real 10,000 members. I don't remember what project we looked at last week, but we were in the Telegram. We started realizing that a lot of them were botted, or that Telegram, sorry, there had a lot of bots or a lot of fake people. And so it was also like over 10,000 members and hardly anybody was saying anything. Okay, buy barter. Yeah. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. And so I look at so many projects, I forget which ones are what. But yeah, the Telegram didn't have much going on. And it was getting close to launch, and it was just like, it doesn't seem good. So does anybody want to pull up a good project? So Aaron says he has a bad project to look at. We'll definitely take a look at it, Aaron. But let's look at a good one first, and then we'll look at a bad one. And if we have time, we'll look at another good one. Okay, does anybody have a good project or a project they're excited about or a project that's piqued their interest that they want to look at? Okay, so first one, Sarah's winner, we got Peermoon. So let me go ahead and look for that. Peermoon, okay. Posted by Mr. Captain Kurtz. Let's see here. Okay, so this is a pre-sale. Okay, it's on Binance. It's got a hard cap of, I'm guessing that's 4.8 million, and not BNB. Let's see. Red flag. Telegram has over 50,000 subscribers. Okay, that could be a red flag. It's not an IDO. Sometimes the IDOs have really big Telegram groups. Okay, so let's just go take a look. Let's take a look at the project. So we're going to take a look at the website. So let's go ahead and open up the website. Let me close out my Zoom stuff here. Okay, Peermoon. Okay, looks like the pre-sale or the launch is today. This is what this is saying, but on the website, it looks like we have a day and 31 minutes. Okay, so the website is, it is clean. I would venture to say that this is I'm not a tech guy, like a website tech guy, but like I like how clean the website is, but I don't think that this would be too hard to create. And for the tech people online, if that was incredibly arrogant, not my intention. But I think this website could easily be a template that could be duplicated, and we could just fill in the blanks, and we could have this up and running by the end of the day. That's my personal opinion. So first thing, our website's clean, so it's okay. Okay, it's okay look, but again, I think we could recreate that. Let's look for. There's nothing about the team here. Let's look at the frequently asked questions. Nope, I don't care about what the project is until I'm enrolled in what the vision is. Okay, here's a team. Okay, so we have Dan and Elena and Tadus. Okay, we do have a LinkedIn profile on one of them. Okay, Team of experts with extensive experience in financial investing and technologies. We're here to bring you a new disruptive solution for managing your finances and investing more conveniently. Dedicated team creates solid software products, apps, operational systems for established businesses and startups. Okay. I would rather, instead of just one paragraph that explains a general overview of the team, I would like to know what old Dan's up to and what Dan has done for the last handful of years, as well as the rest of the teammates. I want to know like what kind of experience level that they have, not exclusively to crypto. I think there's value in having massive experience in their respected field and making a transition to crypto. I don't think it just has to be, crypto experience. I think both have value and merit. Okay. So currently we don't know what other projects they've worked on. We don't necessarily know the past experience aside from financial sector investing in technologies. It's really big. Okay. Let's see. Let's go ahead and go to their Telegram group. Okay, 39,000 members. $19 pin messages. Okay, so it's, they have decent communication. They're sharing with the community. Okay, so the first pin message was March 21st. Okay, so it looks like the group was created in March. So about 2 months old. I'd say it's pretty decent. So I don't necessarily know how long it takes to create on the tech side as far as like, they're a technology company. But the fact that they do have a Telegram that's 2 months old is definitely better than having a Telegram that's a week old. Now, they do have a lot of members in the Telegram, which is interesting. So what we'll do is we'll just search a phrase like good project. And sometimes, like the project that we looked at earlier, last week rather. Oh, this is a good example of this. Okay, perfect. So the question was asked a minute ago, how can you tell if a Telegram has real people or not? And so I type in the phrase, so there's a little magnifying glass, I type in good project, and I just scroll down and I just want to see all the responses. And you can see all these responses are happening on March 27th. Okay, so the Telegram started March 19th. So, a week and some change later, we got a bunch of random people coming in here saying, good project, good project, good project. Like it literally started on the 27th. Okay, it literally started on the 27th and ran for, I think, maybe a day or two. Okay, so here's all the good projects on 27th. Okay, now all of a sudden we have the 28th. Here's all the good projects for the 28th. Okay, so 2 days of adding. So March 27th and 28th, we got 2 days of adding all these people. Okay, and some of these random people are now just chiming in, hey, good project, good project, good project. These are not real people. So that's one way to say, okay, hey, this number is probably not nearly as high as we would like it to be. While it looks, let me go back there. While it looks great that they have those numbers there, but they don't actually have 39,000. Okay, they don't actually have that. So it is 3:34 in the afternoon Central Time. And so the last message was an hour ago, and no one has responded back to this person. They asked, when is the listing? No one responded back. We'll let you know soon. It looks like you can get the public sale is going on right now. You can get the tokens from their website. That would be a high risk play unless you are totally, completely 100% enrolled in the team, in the vision, and you trust them without a doubt. Okay. So listing was scheduled for May 20th, but due to recent tailspin in the market, team decided to delay the launch. Okay, so things seem to be improving. A final decision will be announced if we're going to go ahead with the 20th. So it sounds like it wasn't going to be the 20th, and now it could be the 20th because things are improving. Whatever. Let me catch up on chat here. Yeah, Justin saying that's not doxed. I agree. I agree that this right here is not considered doxing. This right here is like considered checking the box. Like this doesn't tell me anything. This doesn't tell me anything about who these people are, what they're capable of. Okay. Like to have a group that's been around for 2 to 3 months to build up hype, educate potential investors. Major red flags for a group to only be live for a week or two before pre-seller launch. Okay. Oh, that's a good point, Jesse. Great point. So since they're doing their public sell through the website, it'd be really, really good idea to not use a main wallet, to just use a brand new wallet specifically for this project. In that way, in case there are any shenanigans, that keeps you safe. And so I made the comment of, that's really risky, only do that with projects you absolutely 100% trust. But to take it up a notch, to actually be safe with it, just create a new wallet. So there's no risk at all. Let me back up. There's still high risk, but no risk at all as far as emptying your wallet that has, for example, your vetter in it or something like that. Okay. So those are a couple of things. So let's go ahead and look at, so the chat seems pretty, I guess it's possible this guy's asleep now. Maybe he had a big day and he's answering questions, but he was not answering questions earlier. I'm sorry, later this afternoon. So let's look up AMAs. So it looks like they had an AMA in the Discord. Yeah, it looks like they had an AMA in the Discord. Yeah, it's another thing. Something that Vetter does really well is, having people there in Discord answering questions, whether it be available 24/7 or scheduled times where people are available, to be able to just so people know, office hours, for example. So whenever someone does go on, they're able to look, see someone that's active in Telegram, and get their questions answered, or know when office hours are going to be, and they can come back and get those questions answered. So for example, if I had a question in here, it looks like my question may go unanswered for a handful of hours, and it could be helpful if there was a pinned message just basically saying, hey, we'll be back online at 7:00 tonight, or 10:00 tonight, or 8:00 tomorrow morning. And that way, at the very least, if you don't have the manpower to answer questions 24/7, you at least have the system in place where people can come back and get their questions answered. So, so those are a handful of my thoughts on this one. So, website looks kind of basic. Team is not doxed. We don't know anything about the team. The Telegram group is close to 2 months old, which that's good, except there's a lot of bots in here, not real people. That's not good. Let's see if there's an audit. We'll have that. So the answer is we'll have that. So 16 days ago, they will have an audit. So I guess they're working on that. Yeah, so right off the top of my head, based on the things that we've covered and looked at, for me personally, there's nothing that stands out a lot about this project. I don't necessarily see a lot of excitement from people. Uh, there's there, there's nothing that stands out to me that says, "Hey, look at me. This is going to be a great project." Okay. If anything, I don't like it when people have fake numbers, because it does nothing. Like, I would actually like the project more if it had 2,000 real people than almost 40,000 people that we don't know. We don't know who they are. We don't know if they're real or not. Okay. So for this project, for me personally, for weighing, if we got a scale and we are, hold on a second. I was looking for the, I was looking for the ink pen and now I can't find it. Weird. Okay. Yeah. If there was a scale, if there was a, I'll just do it like this. Okay. So imagine a scale here. Okay. And the things we're talking about, okay, the website is kind of neutral. It's like, it's not that great, but so, we'll just put like one little thing here. Okay. But the Telegram group is not really vibrant. It's got some bots. Okay. Team is not really doxed. Okay. They are utility. That's good. Okay. Maybe they're building something real. The Telegram's been open for 2 months. Okay. That's okay. So basically we're just stacking these different things. Okay. And you can stack what matters to you. Okay. And this could support you in either doing more research. Okay. Doing more research to see if this is what you want to look into further. It can support you in, is this something you want to look at more? Is this something you actually want to trade? Is this something you want to like paper trade and just watch and follow? Okay. And so like, that's how I look at these projects. In my mind, I'm basically just putting these things in the boxes. Every time I ask a question, I'm just saying, hey, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm not looking for. This is really important, or this is not important. This stands out. This doesn't stand out. Okay. So those are my thoughts for Peermoon. Does anybody have any questions or feedback on Peermoon before we look at another project today? Okay, so it looks like Squidoshi was the next project on the list. Let's go ahead and look up Squidoshi. That sounds like a fun name. Okay. Squidoshi. All right, posted by Emily and then vetted by Kevin. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the website. Okay, so right away, I see the colors stand out a little bit more. It's like, hey, it just kind of catches my attention. Like, okay, this is cool. The website's not necessarily fancy. I think I remember a little bit about Emily and Kevin talking about this. Okay, I like to fill the bubbles. Okay, so we have some good graphics here. So what I'd be looking for is, do these graphics, like for example, this right here, these graphics right here is a way different feel than this image and a different feel than this image. Okay, just my personal, what I'm seeing, two different feels. So just something I'm noticing. Okay, let's look at the white paper. Yeah, so in the white paper, I'd be looking for the same type of feel and images that they had on the website. So for me personally, I'm disappointed only because they have the potential to share, great graphics and stuff. And like, this is the only image they have. And don't get me wrong, the image looks great. Image looks great. But like, what I want to see is there continuity between the images they're showing here on the website and the images that they're showing in their white paper. Okay. So let's go check out, let's go look at more. Maybe we can find something else here. Okay, they have the KYC with inner thigh. Okay, let's check out the Telegram. Okay, 2,100 members. Okay, so the first thing I want to do, so they have 2,100 members. I want to go look at to see what Emily said. How many members did Emily say they had? Emily said they had 780 about 2 months ago. Okay, so 780 2 months ago. Kevin looked at this a little less than 2 months ago, and he said 804. Okay, so there's been, I guess, some steady growth. Okay, so not massive growth, which I like that. So maybe these are all real people. Let's look at the pinned messages. 121 pinned messages. Hey, I like that. I like that. They're very communicative with the audience. I like that a lot. 121 pinned messages. And the fact that they have a small Telegram group, I like that a lot. November 20th. I mean, yeah, that's fantastic. Okay, so that first pinned message was from November. I love it. Let's see. Was it the same project they were talking about back then? Let's see here. Okay, so they deleted some pinned messages back in November 18th. Let's see if there was something else. Like, was this a group that, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. There are 2,100 people here, so it's not like it was a massive group that they converted, but just curious about what the group was originally. Yeah, 121 pinned messages. I like it a lot. Okay, so they're talking about Squidoshi back then. When is back then? Yeah, November 19th. All right. So this is a project that seems like they've been putting together for a period of time. Okay. They've been putting this together for a period of time. I like that. I wonder if, let me see here. Go down to the bottom. Let me search team. Doxed. Let's see if we can find any information about the team. Okay, so the team, when someone asks if they're doxed at KYC, so we just saw that through InterFi. I'm seeing some friendly faces. I saw Sleepy in here. I saw Metaspace Reality. These are some better community members. Let's see, team prior experience. Okay, no. Okay, yeah, so I'm just curious to learn more about the team. I wonder if we can find some stuff on YouTube. Let's go back to the website. Yeah, the website is pretty basic. There's nothing like fancy here. But the video of the game is pretty cool. If let's see what this is. This is like, whoop. This is like oh, community videos. Okay. So what I was curious about was if there's any YouTube content. All right, so we have a YouTube channel, 81 subscribers. Okay, these are the same two videos that are on the website. Let's see if there's any more. Okay, so there's AMA, WCT, okay. Okay, so there's only a couple videos. When I say a couple, I mean four. 1, 2, 3, 4 videos on YouTube. Okay, let's see if. Okay, that's the same video on the website. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, what did I do? There we go. No? I didn't mean to do that. Okay, we're back. I don't know what I did. Yeah, I was thinking that so we had talked about this. Yeah, Sleepy, I think you're right. The reason I was getting confused is we had talked about this on the Better Trading Club. And so, but no, I think you're right. There was an AMA. Emily and Kevin both were on the AMA that Better did. So if you guys want to look that up, let's see if we can find it in our. Let's see here. Here's a replay right here. Yeah, so if you guys want to take a look at this, there is a AMA that was done in the Better community. So it is right here. If anyone wants to take a look at that, let me grab this copy message link and put it in chat. You can take a look at that. So my first thoughts for this project is the website is simple, yes, but I do like the fact that they do have some type of game footage that they've been developing. Did an AMA with Vetter, but what I really like is the oh man. What I really like is the Telegram vibe. Why can I not? Why am I not being able to go back to that? What I'm trying to say is, I like the vibe, meaning 2,100 members. I like the vibe that literally in the last handful of months, they haven't. I like the small feel is what I'm trying to say. There's a handful of projects that I've seen over the last handful of months that kind of slide under the radar. They don't have a lot of volume type hype behind it. And I'm not saying this is or isn't one of those, but sometimes when these projects do like a, I don't know the actual term, is it like a secret or a private? Oh, I can't think of the term. It's like just a community launch. where they don't do a lot of, like, if you just happen to be in this Discord or you just happen to be in their Telegram, you get involved in the launch. And it's like, it's almost like those launches can fly under the radar. And they do really good because you don't have like a lot of people like selling. It has time to like build up, and like it has time for the market cap to grow, and people are like excited to be there, and it creates some excitement and momentum. Some of these big gains I've been seeing on our platform, some of these projects were totally a stealth launch. That's the word I was trying to think of. A stealth launch where you're just kind of doing it under the radar. And I've seen some of these do really well. I'm not saying that this project is doing that. But like I said, I do like the fact that in the last 2 months, the Telegram has only tripled. And it looks like it's real people, not just people playing around. Although there are some people, but this is not like well orchestrated like the other one we just looked at. These are all kind of sporadic. Maybe on like May 4th, there was like 10 of the same comments. Beyond that, everything looks pretty organic. So this is definitely a project I would look into more and follow more. I like the vibe and feel. And of the 2 projects we looked at so far, this is one that I would be like, I would definitely watch more so than the other. Okay. Anybody have any questions or comments? Sleepy just mentioned that the pre-sale is coming up, and you do get to be whitelisted. So if you're watching this right now and you did follow along the AMA in the Vetter Telegram group, definitely want to do whatever you get to do to get whitelisted. So be sure to ask whatever questions or read the pinned messages to see what it's going to take to get whitelisted. All right, let's see here. There was one other project that if I were to take a look, I would just look real quick. Take a look at the Telegram. Okay, so Aaron's saying take a look at this project's Telegram. This is AI bot. Okay, let's take a look at the Telegram. Okay, 14,000 members. Nine pinned messages. April 29th. Oh, what is all that? Oh my goodness. What is all this stuff? Aaron said, this is a good example of a bad Telegram. I think I would agree with you, brother. Let's see here. Oh, yep. Hey, here's our good project. Yeah. May 14th was a busy day. May 13th, May 12th. Okay, so we have some consistency. The month of May was all about those good projects. Okay, so the original question when we started looking at projects today was, how can you tell? Wow, there's a lot of people in here that aren't real. The question was, how can you tell some of the, what the number is? Is the number up here? How can you rely on that? How can you depend on that? Okay, and so again, one of the things you can do is you can type the magnifying glass and type in good project and just scroll down to see how many people think this is a good project. Tell you what, the second week of May, man, there was a lot of people who got excited about this good project. But no, Aaron's saying this is a great example of random shenanigans. High, same thing. Look at all the highs. Hi. Okay, so this is how you can get a good insight into whether or not this number is reliable or dependable, or what to look out for and things like that. There's a lot of people here They just want to come say hi. And this is also something to think about. There's a lot of people who want to say good project, and there's a lot of people who want to say hi. And guess what? None of them are showing up at the pre-launch. None of them are showing up at the pre-sale. They're not going to show up on launch day. Like, it's just, this number doesn't mean anything. And there's like, I don't know, there's just nothing going on here. I think this guy even said, actually, I'm not admin. So like, he's actually in here answering questions for people and an admin is not. So this is a great example of a project that has a horrible telegram. Okay, horrible telegram. Sleepy says for 14,483 members, 14,482 highs. These two guys might be the real people in the group. Can someone tell me about the marketing plan? Let's see. Yeah, so these two people are the only people having a conversation right now. So that's an example of a not good telegram. So yeah, thank you for sharing that, Aaron. Appreciate it. So again, the reason we covered that was because someone had asked, how can you tell, if there's real people or not? And there's other things, but like really some type of conversation. 14,000 people, there's nothing going on here at all. At all. And the only thing going on here was like a community member answering someone else's question. That's pretty sad. Pretty sad. So does anybody have any questions before we hop off? Today we're just talking about things to look for. And sharing ideas and concepts around, success leaves clues. And the way that you find those clues is to document what's going on. Document your volume of launches so you can learn your KSP, knowledge of system performance, and you can start seeing and recognizing that, like, when you find teams that are a company, okay, when you actually have a project that's an actual company versus a project, and you start documenting how often do the projects fail, but how often do actual companies succeed? Okay, the only way you realize that is when you collect the data and then look at it. You can't find the patterns if you just collect it all in your head. Okay, but the moment you start jotting it down and you use that worksheet that I sent out a couple weeks back to document that stuff, then you can actually see patterns emerge. And like the theme of today's call, success leaves clues. You start realizing that when there's a StarTech audit involved, or you realize that when there's AMAs, or when there's not botted telegrams or low number telegrams, like instead of having a vanity number of 14,000, instead you have like a number of 2,000, but it's actual real people in there. You start realizing that those things make sense, and that's how you can start looking for more projects that have that stuff. Hey, Rudy, did you have a question?
Yes. Well, I see that you was running it through, right? Now the things you say you're looking for, is that you're looking at if the team is docs, if they have any experience, if they have no experience. And then the next thing you talk about was you're looking at the Telegram group. Now the bot, how you know if a person is a bot? When there's the same person saying hi, or a very good project?
Yeah, so what we're saying is there's all these people saying hi on the same day. And so what we're just speculating, we're saying it's really unlikely that all these people are actually real people who joined on the 7th and they all just decided to say hi on that day. Okay, we're not saying that they all said hi at the same time, but if you click on it, you can see at 4:20 a.m., this place was popping. people are saying hi. And so what we're saying is that's just not normal conversation. That's just not normal organic conversation.
Okay, same. So the minute you see that in a Telegram group is a no for that project.
Now some projects could still be good. Okay, that some projects could still be quality. And maybe they just did a little bit of botting to like boost the numbers in the beginning. It just is something to consider. So the thing is, if we went here and like there were real people talking and having a conversation and like engagement, and people are getting their questions answered, that could override some of this. But what we're really saying though is like it says 14,000, but like there's not 14,000 real people in the group. Okay, there may
Okay,
be
understand.
like Sleepy said, there may be just a handful. It could be like the admins, and then like any wanderer who happens to stumble across the project. But it's more likely that there's a couple hundred. I don't know. I'm totally speculating. I couldn't even tell you an answer. I don't know how many real people are actually here or not. Um, but when you see this, it's just a good indication that none of these people are real.
Okay, understand.
Yep.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Thanks for being here.
Hey Ryan, it's Jesse.
Hey, Jesse.
One other thing to look at that I look at personally when I look at a site is if you're looking at the engagement, and a lot of it's talking about marketing. From what I could tell, most of those people are looking to pitch a proposal.
Yes.
They want to get in it, slide into their DMs and try to sell something to them and get paid, right? So
Right.
even though it does look like there's engagement, it's not based on the project like an investor style engagement. It's somebody's trying to make money off the project. Same
Right.
with the hello there or hi there or so and so sent me. Those are raid groups. They get paid. The company
Yes.
pays them for an hour of their time, and like 500 people come on, right? They join, they say hi or good project or let's go to the moon, blah, blah, blah. And then they're gone. They're never back on there again.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. One of the things that I'm looking for whenever I type in marketing, let's see. One of the things I'm looking for is, like obviously Vetter is not the best example because like we're really good at this. But what I'm looking for is, an admin or mod that's sharing this. So when I search marketing, I'm not looking for, I'm literally skimming through all the proposals of people saying, hey, I do this and I do that. And what about this AMA? And I can do YouTube videos and all that nonsense. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for someone who's sharing a link or a post that talks about the actual marketing plans. So like type in marketing and Vetter, and here, Sleepy is sharing an AMA or a marketing update from May 5th. And so those are the things that when I go to a group, I'm trying to find. So I couldn't find their marketing plan on their website, so I'll go to the Telegram group to see if they had any kind of conversation around marketing at all. And that's just one of the things I search as a means of seeing, what the team is talking about as relates to marketing, and just to kind of get a good feel on like what their response is. If their response is, yes, we have marketing planned versus, yes, we're doing this, and this. It's going to be rolled out during this time, and this time. Those are two different feelings. You know what I mean? Like one is like, okay, yes, we have marketing. Let's check the box. The other is, here is our detailed marketing plan that we're executing with clear timelines in place and budget. And so either one of those things, both of those things are going to give me a certain feeling about the project and what I'm looking for. So, one of the things that that Mike and Robin and Jeremy talk about all the time is teams and the marketing strategies and plans. And even with Vetter, the marketing has shifted over time to better attract and accommodate the kind of community members we want to have. And it's helpful to see the mindset that these projects have as it relates to their marketing. So thanks for sharing that, and thank you all for contributing. We're a little over today. So we get to hop off. But we will be back on Thursday. Okay, Thursday, same time. Thank you all for being here. And if today was helpful, go ahead and hop in Telegram and share what your biggest aha moment was, or what your biggest takeaway was from today's conversation. Okay. And like I'll end like my mentor, he always says, life can be short. So for those that you care and love, let them know you care and love them. Hey, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of the community and for being a part of the call today. And I will see you in Discord and Telegram. Bye for now.
Thanks, Ryan.
Hey, thank you guys.
Thank you.